Well, you stick around for 6 years or so, being a stalwart moderator who's always there, and maybe you'll get an axe. Monarch name, Hawk. Dynasty name, Zombies of Thanes. There we go. Monarch Hawk of the Zombies of Thanes Dynasty. Your monarch uses he, him. King Hawk. I see. King Hawk of the Zombies of Thanes Dynasty. I have no idea what I'm doing. Party, play on Twitch. There we go. Should players read? Yep. Okay, I've already done that. Okay. Choose 3 regions. What do I do? No, you don't have to own the game at all. You guys can join on Twitch, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I got the overlay, so you might have to reload because I just redid I just like installed the overlay like 5 minutes ago. I'm finally doing this because people have been begging me to play this, and I'm like, I have no interest in playing it. But here we are. I don't know what to do. Like, which 3 do I pick? I'm going off vibes. There we go. Your nobles demand join the chat via the join followed by pronoun. Join she. Players can join mid-game and their wealth of region are saved in continued games. Okay. Oh, it's okay. It's just putting them randomly where they want. Oh, you could put the name? If people want to go in different ones, where do I put? How do I move them? I don't think I can. Oh, new dynasty players who own the game. Oh, who own the game can type join region and Twitch at join specific region. Okay, I see. You have to actually own it. Never mind. I see now. Yeah, purple Chevy. Yeah. Dora, you are the patricians of the coast. Jay, let's be ruthless. Wow. I have no idea what the little symbols mean, but What the hell, Chevy? Chevy exposes her competitive nature. All right, let's get started. King of the Castle Primer. The path to victory. Acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they'll win the game. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. Gets too high, the regions may rebel against you. Noble's winning. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you. For your region scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. I don't understand any of this. Acquire, yeah, birth. That's each season you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Okay. Where? Oh, is it these things? Oh, I see. That's weird. The path to victory, council introduction, and coronation. Okay. Yeah, Chevy. Council introduction. This is your monarch, this streamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. These are kingdom stats, authority, stability, treasury. If any of them are 0 at the start of the season, the game will end. These are region stats. Stats determine which events are generated. How do I wave dash? If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. Hold up a second here. Okay. Fullest of nobles and their wealth here. Okay, noble list. Now that you're king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course, the bleak march. Introduce yourself to the Counts of the East. Oh, there's Falcon. In order to finally make your acquaintance, your grace, may you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Patricians of the Coast. This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customizations, get access to special outfits, and appear more often in storylines. They're a premium noble. This is Honey Nut. Pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see your kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And Barons of the March. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Chevy! Yeah, how did Chevy do that? Brittle. Oh my god. Alright, the path of heir and ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. We just out here snatching kids. That's okay, Phoenix. I'm so sorry you had a bad day. Gabe, take that back. Steal a baby, right? Dora was right. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasure, stability. Okay. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet, Clement, in your place. Oh no! Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag. Better kings than you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, your majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. Babies are crazy easy to steal. You just type in chat, Phoenix, exclamation, join, and then your pronoun, she, he, or they. And then you'll join the game as one of the random houses. You have to have, there has to be a space. It's the ambition, okay. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? As a conqueror, military. As a peacekeeper, stability. As the greatest king who ever lived, authority. As the father of the nation, farming. As an architect of a new golden age, trade. As a saint. As the greatest king who ever lived! I see. You're the type who likes to build a lot of statues of yourself, aren't you? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I'll return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Okay, now coronation! Your majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Why the hurry? Yeah, you don't want me to steal the baby. I'm not, honestly. I'm kind of, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really something I would probably ever play on my own. To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? You don't know that. They wouldn't dare! That's not your real child. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation! This isn't an absolute monarchy, your majesty. Everything has to be run past the council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate the change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators. They do not show the region, and they do not show the region affected. Okay. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one opposition you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command vote, followed by their choice letter, i.e., exclamation vote A. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Okay, when I hit start vote is when it'll ask for it, so... Well, okay, we have host the lavish party with jugglers and fountains of wine. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. Throw the king into a river. Troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. So, I get to choose a law. Actually, you know, I know. Nope, that's gonna get vetoed. That's gonna get vetoed. Boo!
Tomato, tomato.
Fine. You know what? There. Get fucked. Phoenix! Yeah, the extensions don't really work very well on mobile, unfortunately. Like, I think they work, but it's really not great. Gee, I wonder which one it's gonna be. Dora! God. Oh, I can click. Okay, whoops. It's waiting on me. Voting is closed. 7 nobles and the monarch voted for. Throw the king into the river. Okay, switch stats have changed by how much? Okay, stability is now civil. Authority is now dubious. God dang it. Great. Throw it in the river. What kind of coordination? Let me get changed out of my nice robes. Nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are there some of the nobles stifling giggles? Now that you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Herman of the Zemsi bloodline, well-known former bandit, stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. When did the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do what it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. Okay, so this is for the barons of the march only. What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the king and place their new preferred claimant, Ermin, on the throne? Sorcery, propaganda, gunpowder. And you just do vote A, B, or C. I don't like you, Quarian. I'm trying to get authority out here, and you're the one voting for... Oh god, it's a 3-way tie. What? Voting is closed. Raise authority, yes. Oh, wait. Yes. That plays right into my hand. Has Phoenix joined though? How can I tell who's? Phoenix is there. Okay, Phoenix just didn't vote. The barons plan to make a bargain with the wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the king was considered a threat to their autonomy. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Damn it, that's what I want to do too. Vladena of the Jade Duelist Dynasty, sinister eastern bird breeder, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false King Hawk wears the crown. What scheme should you guys? Uprising, raise treasury. Ascension, lower faith. Possession, lower own defiance. Oh, lower own defiance, lower own faith, or raise the treasury. Yeah, so whoever is part of the purple group, you get to vote. So that's Jay, Chevy, and Falcon. You can vote on which one to do. I think I just basically leave it open. Exclamation vote, then a Chevy. Chevy! Vote! Ah! That's how I'm reading it. Vote! Ah! I panicked. Anybody? Maybe can anybody else even vote? Like, Falcon didn't even vote. There we go. Falcon just doesn't give a crap. Nailed it first try. Okay. Alright, so you want to give me more money. Okay, uprising, raise the treasury. The counts plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the king before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Wait! Aurelia of the Dora Catboo family, sinister coastal political fixer, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Hawk. Something must be done. Okay, subterfuge, goal, lower stability. Doppelganger, goal, lower own defense. Intimidation, goal, raise stability. Well then. You guys want to lower stability. It's not always lower, lower, lower. Some it says raise, so. Patricians plan to replace the king's advisor with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimants. Okay. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. The vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one. So I say they have a right to the throne, but no doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. The monarch currently has no heir. Continue to laws of the land. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year at the end of winter. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use, okay? Why would I want to hide how you're voting? How the nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Chuck you in the river again. Oh my god. Yeah, I can. Huh. I'm gonna do. Let's keep it. No, I'm not. You know, I'm kind of. I don't like any of these, really, to be perfectly honest. I don't like the reverse voting. And who wanted more stability? Oh, lower... Oh, hey! I'm gonna go for call for unity. Stability going up! Ha 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 ha! Alright, end the season.
Do tomato, tomato.
Okay, we have...
Do tomato, tomato.
The jousting tournament. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Wonderful. I will compete myself. I'd love to attend and support a knight and send a note to decline, which will increase defiance. So that's your guys' defiance ranks. So you guys want... Barons want authority to be at least 5 in 2 seasons. 2,000 and lower 4, so yeah, okay, lower stability. I'd love to attend. Wait, no, I'm a man of the people. I will compete myself. Superb, Your Majesty. I'll send your acceptance directly. Defiance is now loyal. Let's see here. Now we have the honor guard. Now that you're king, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I'd like to see you try. I'm a smarmy motherfucker. Is it your imagination, or does your marshal stifle a wry chuckle? And in any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What about the pulse vote? Honor guard, what's that? Ever since King Arl the Great, royalty have enjoyed the protection of an elite honor guard selected from one of the regions of the kingdom. They will accompany you at all times, test your food for poisons, sleep outside your bedroom. Make sure you like their faces, Your Majesty, because you'll be seeing them a lot. But what about the palace watch? Hoorah! Don't make me laugh, Your Majesty. These tin soldiers can keep out the riffraff. But do you expect them to stand up to a warlock, or a child of the Viper, or me, for that matter? Aww. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The patricians with champion gladiators from the arena, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Tell me about the Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who turn themselves into celebrities through skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? And what about the veterans of the March? These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace. But they're loyal and tough as nails. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Okay, so... I know who I'm going to go with off the top of my head. But this is your guys' time to make a case for why I should pick your fighters in my court. Please, plead to your king. We're battle-hardened, no sad, Quarian. Wait, who was our fighters, Chevy? The barons had basically battle-hardened soldiers. The counts had, like, basically poets. And the patricians had gladiators. Jay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go with those who have experience. Because you keep raising your stability. Brittle. My poet fighters will make you cry. That's all you need to know. Okay, you know what? Maybe me being so against this game was the wrong move. I'm quite enjoying this now. All right. I have made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. Okay. The Eastern Knights, the Coastal Gladiators, the Veterans of the March. I don't need an honor. And I'm immediately assassinated the next day. It is gay, Chevy. I am gonna go with the Veterans of the March. Oh, the other two, their defiance went up. They're now aloof. Oh no! I'll make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne. Hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. You snubbed us, you jerk face! Okay, now it's the Gossamer Shield. Your Majesty, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. A demon's hatched from the ground! Someone died. You ran out of capes. No! I'm gonna go, a demon's hatched from the ground? Worse than that, even that I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. Disrepute. It's the order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Grace. They were once the greatest knights of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Excuse me. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land. Tales that would make a troll weep. Running out of case is a crisis, but they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on the honor of the East. Nonsense. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order. For a pretty penny, I might add. The coast military is now mediocre, and some patricians' wealth has decreased. Oh, no. Your wealth has gone down. You were at 1,000, now you're all at 700. Oh my. Because you bought mercenaries from another group. But your military is better than anyone else's. Well, no, okay, maybe it's not. Barons are at the 6 right now. I think it's because I picked them as my honor guard. Your military is now mediocre. Okay, so it went up. Bryce said his military is mediocre. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems you want solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. 7th take us. Gossamer Security? How's it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, Your Highness, I beg the council to be reasonable. Should the Order of Gossamer Shield be recalled and reformed to its former glory? Recall the Order and restore its courtly dignity. Invest in Gossamer Security to help protect the coast. Hire the Order to join the Palace Watch. Ignore the situation. Okay, so... I am gonna make my choice. So, yes. Okay. You may each now vote for A, B, C, or D. Yeah, everyone can vote in these ones, yep. Would appear there's a tie, but I voted as well! Haha! Voting, wait, I thought I got double the amount. Break the tie by selecting one. Okay, well, I know which one I'm gonna pick. Ha 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 ha. 4 nobles of the monarch voted for hire the Order to join the Palace Watch. When they arrive at the palace, the Knights of the Gossamer Shield turn out to be petty, argumentative, and ruthless. Worlds away from Count P. Falcon 19's romantic vision. But they are very, very efficient. On their first day, they catch a thief sneaking into your kitchens and beat him to a pulp. My authority is now credible. As for your honor guard, they and the order get on well. Certainly they have very high opinions of themselves. Go play the long game. I hate this game. All right, that is the end of the season. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in the region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: !fund AX, where X is personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. Okay, so use their personal wealth to build on the buildings. Only 2 highest funded will be built. So this is for you guys. It shows all of your everyone's go. Okay, so the barons, those in red. You want authority to be above 5 within 2 seasons. Uprising, you want the treasury to be at least 2,000 by the next season. So you have this season to do so. And subterfuge, you want to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. So the stability, you guys got to get 2 less on the stability. I also want authority to go high. So this one will increase authority. This one will decrease faith. This one will increase farming, increase trade, increase stability, and lower stability. So... okay, so the monument increases authority. The observatory decreases faith. The aqueduct increases farming. The Grand Bazaar increases trade. The library increases stability. And the prison decreases stability. So... I have to start it, yep. What is fun doing? Okay, so when you want... you need to pick a building that you want for your goals, okay? Barons, your goal is to make sure that the authority is at least 5 by the next season. Counts, you want to make sure the treasury is at least 2,000 by the next season. And patricians, you want to make sure the stability is 4 or less in 2 seasons. Those of you who are using the overlay, it will show you that as well. Jay, Chevy, and Falcon are part of the counts, so you want to make sure that the treasury is at 2,000. Zemsi, Quarian, Wrath of Wood, and Phoenix, you're part of the Barons, so you want to make sure that authority is at least 5. It is currently. But you may want to cement that by going with a monument. And then Brittle Lizard, Honey Nut, and Dora are part of the patricians, the subterfuge, so you want to lower stability, so you might want to go with the prison. So only the 2 that have the highest amount of people giving money to it, Monument to King Hawk, will fund the building. So if 3 people say choice B at 100 and give it 300, so yeah, 3 people for 300, and the rest of the people all do monument, then they would get it. But then one person did, so it's only the two that get the most money. So it's an auction. Everybody's amount gets put towards that building. So are we ready? So you're willing to put 100 or 1,000 or you want to put all your money, you can. So this is where you guys can talk to your team and figure out what you want to do. Right there on the side, Phoenix, it shows. So the purple guys have 1,000 each, red guys have 1,000 each, and the green guys have 700 each. Your call. This is where strategy comes in. You could go for broke, or you could only put a little bit. All right, here we go. We're starting the auction. Escalation fund your letter choice, and then however much would fund a building for 100 wells. So yeah. Currently leading is A and F. Oh wow, a lot of people put A. Yep, so it looks like F and A are the two highest funded. So by the end of this, those will be the two that will be purchased. That's a good question. We're gonna find out. Okay, biggest contributor, Honey Nut, and biggest contributor is Quarian for those two buildings. Okay. Let me see here. So it looks like if you do not win the building, you do not lose your money. Okay. Because I know other people put in more money. So yeah, all the purples still have 1,000. Yeah, okay. All right, end the season. All right, a special guest. So, yep. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. A servant straps on your armor and helps you mount your horse. She hands you your lance and you ride out onto the field. Oh yeah, this is the jousting tournament. Welcome one and all. We have the most thrilling guest today. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. Wave enthusiastically, glare at the crowd, blow a kiss at the baron. Mwah. Cheering erupts and the noble stamps so hard that the stands tremble. For a restart, the president does. Brittle, no! When the jousting starts, you quickly realize your opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a king. Puts a dent in the challenge, really. Some choices have uncertain outcomes called challenges, okay? These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. Okay. Racing match, isn't it? You're beating everyone so soundly, okay. Make the most of your advantage. Withdraw and watch. Disguise yourself to get a real match. See, this, we have no idea what this will do. I actually like that one. I like that one. I'm going for it. A new competitor is about to join us. He comes from, oh, 50, okay, the march, the east, the coast. Okay. I come from the coast. Your entourage helps you onto a new set of armor, and you ride out onto the field. Here we have, what was the name? Lord Patrician Nestor, ready for a fight. Ah! Ready, finally, a real battle. You're thrown from your horse flat on your back, but blood courses through your veins. No! No! The audience roars in support, cheering wildly for Lord Patrician Nestor. Is this what it is like to be truly admired? Ah, the defiance can't go any lower. At the end of the day, you make your way back to the capital, feeling every ache in the muscles you didn't know you had. But what a rush! Immediately bodied. Meanwhile, the coast cavalry troops see a huge influx of people eager to join up, inspired by your... Oh, hey! You're welcome, by the way! Your military is now capable. Okay. Jousting is dangerous. It is, yeah. Alright, suspicious knights. You remember we hired those Eastern Knights to join the Palace Watch? The Order of the Cobweb Seal or whatever? Cobweb Seal. Something up. They're flashing far too much cash, considering what we pay them. One of them has brought their horse a full set of gold teeth, but... They're getting far too big for their boots. Claim my scars were a sign I lost too many battles for their liking. As you see, they're not fitting in. But they are doing a great job at keeping order in the city, and they're asking for their own barracks to keep them separate from the rabble. Oh, most pleasing. This sounds like a good way to honor our fine order. Okay, should the Gossamer Shield Knights be given special treatment? Build a new wing of the palace for the Gossamer Knights. Refuse to coddle them. Investigate where they're getting their funds. Pay Count Falcon to teach them about chivalry. Okay, so... Now remember, you guys are the counts. You also have to keep in mind, you pick the option where you have to get the treasury to 2,000 by next season. I don't know if it's going to happen for you guys, to be honest. I don't trust like this. Build a new wing, the palace, refuse to coddle them. Authority goes down. Defiance goes up and down. Defiance goes down. It costs a lot of money. Authority, or stability goes up. Authority goes down. I know what I'm going to pick. So we are going to... I'm going to select a choice to veto. I refuse to build a new wing for them. That's not going to happen. So it's either going to be refuse to coddle them, investigate, or they get bribed. Here we go. Oh, I understand. The monarch vote is just I get to vote, period. Okay. Jay, you turned on your people? What? Okay. Voting is closed. Oh, we're falling apart! Alright. What?! Your spymaster makes inquiries. Unfortunately, the palace staff are more afraid of the Gossamer Knights than they are of you. They don't say much. I keep failing. This is dumb. Worry deepens into paranoia throughout your household. You can only hope that the spymaster finds something soon. And finally, finding a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spymaster. But there's one person you can't avoid. The hooker you hired. Oh, your mother. Oh, oh no! Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. But Mom, I don't want to get married. Nonsense. A king cannot rule alone. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Oh, God. Brittle. I am into women. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Chevy! That's it. That's the end of the season. Discontent on the rise. Perched atop a hill in the remote eastern wilderness sits a dark, austere castle. At the top of the tallest tower, Count P. Falcon 19 and their co-conspirators can be found deep in their cups. It's not enough. The serfs couldn't care less about the king or his hoarded wealth. How are we supposed to incite an uprising in this climate? We should start by ensuring the king actually has some wealth to flaunt. A shame the king seems so determined to be destitute. Perhaps he's just really bad with money. The cows aim to raise the treasury to 2,000 or more. Aim is to raise it to 2,000 or more. Recruiting a wizard, the march. In the march, Baroness Phoenix Astra stands atop a boulder fort, flanked by soldiers, glaring out over Ashmeaden territory with a scowl. There's Phoenix! Below, or is that Phoenix? I don't know. A portcullis rattles open. A twisted stone figure is carried into the fortress, borne on a palanquin carried by hollowed-eyed apprentices. The Baroness goes down to meet with him. Well, I have taken time out of my very busy schedule to come and meet you in this pimple of a fort in the backside of nowhere. Oh, that's Phoenix, okay. I thought we might have a common goal. That's okay, Dora. Sorry, I imagine Phoenix. Save your breath. I already know what you want from me. Assist us in overthrowing the current king, am I right? Well, was it that obvious? I was born a long time before yesterday, my good Baroness. And unlike some of my more isolated colleagues, I'm no stranger to political machinations. On this occasion, our goals happen to align, but I cannot act on your behalf. Not until the bees are taken care of. Did you say bees? Yes. On this plane, they're simple insects, but in the apiary, the world of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent. Call themselves the dreams of being. Dreams of being. Just be yourself. They have an innate fondness for royalty and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference, but they won't harm non-magical folk beyond the occasional sting, so you can deal with them. Queried. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Right now, farming is at 16. Taxation. Here you can set the levels of tax or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Balance the needs of your treasury against defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with a higher trade stat are more likely to get a trade bonus. Be yourself. Ah, God. The patricians invest in insurance, making 500 wealth, while fires rack the coast. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. That's your trade bonus, okay? Okay, so cruel tax. I could totally tax everybody, like, for the cruelty of it, but if I just go a common tax, but if I were to say be a generous and noble king who is dead set on living in destitution. You guys want to improve my treasury, and I know that. So I could very easily. Oh, you want to suffer so that you don't win? I cut my own dick off if it meant power. I'm joking! I'm joking! I'm gonna go with the common tax. Whoa! Shabby! Phoenix, damn, chill out. It's just a game, bro. Chill out. Oh my god. Okay, we'll just go with the baseline. End the season. The Mystery Knight. Phoenix! There's just one whoa then. As you walk the corridors, your spy master falls in a step beside you. She hands you a wooden carving of a figure astride a horse. I hear of a mysterious knight called Lord Patrician Nestor made quite the impression during the last jousting season in the March. No one knows who he is. The patricians want to sell these figurines and commercialize it, the enigmatic jouster. It would bring a great deal of money to the area. Sponsor the following of Lord Patrician Nestor. Dramatically reveal that the Mystery Knight is you. Refuse to let them profit from your achievements. Do I dramatically reveal it's me? Like, I don't want to lose money, but at the same time, like, I would completely fuck over accounts if I did this one. Refuse to let them profit from your achievements. Yeah, fuck, I'm playing this how I would. Fuck! And in the most dramatic fashion possible, you make your big announcement, putting out a proclamation that the mysterious knight was none other than you. But the patricians refuse to believe that you could do something so thrilling. What? They're now insolent? Fuck! Another knight comes forward claiming to be Lord Patrician Nestor. Rumors swirl that you're a bad sport and a fraud, trying to steal jousting glory. Oh, yeah, guess who's getting taxed up the wazoo next season? Eligible options. Okay, I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. And a partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. People don't like me, let's that Chevy. She whisks away the cloths from the first portrait. This is Veronica, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Jade Duelist dynasty. I met her at a party once, but all she did was squeak out hello and run off. Seemed nice enough. Spends most of her time indoors poring over musty tomes. She went missing a while ago, but it turned out she accidentally locked herself in her cellar. Survived on wine for a week. She's an intriguing candidate. From the coast, we have Herona, the wealthy heiress to Lady Patrician Brittle Lizard's estate. She wasn't originally the heiress, but her elder sister had an unfortunate accident. How many kids do I have? Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. The common folk call her a skinflint, though, and worse things. It could be worse, but could be a lot better. And finally, we have the March's offering. Yvette, sign of the prestigious Phoenix Astra bloodline. And you can be sure she'll tell you all about how prestigious her bloodline is. And apparently she's hell of a fighter. Brave as a lioness, tough as nails, a terror to behold. She's got a reputation for not giving a damn what anyone thinks of her. Fuck you too, lady. We're so poor you have to understand. Sounds like a laugh. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Ha! I've made my decision. I refuse to marry you. I so should, but it'll backfire on me spectacularly. I am going to marry Yvette of the March. Nothing like having a woman and a bodyguard. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Jesus, okay, the coast is getting kind of fucking... I should have married the coast. God damn it! Run! Can I go back? Let me re-choose! Let me re-choose! They're gonna rebel! Lizard King shopping for a wife. Hate to see it. Wrong choice. I don't need to, like, you know, get all friendly with the friggin' barons. I just need to get them out of my face. You recall the latest addition to the Palace Watch, Your Majesty? Yes, the Order of the Gossamer Shield. They wanted us to build a barracks in the Royal Palace so they wouldn't clash with the rest of the staff, and they had a little too much cash to splash. They've been passing information about your activities to the Gaunt of Tavolin. My authority goes down either way? Fuck! The who? It's the Talvanese spy network. Very mysterious. Not as shadowy as me, obviously, but their tentacles are everywhere. The Gaunt have already leaked some of your more embarrassing secrets. They'll keep undermining you unless you do something. Rediscover the council. Shock ripples through the chamber. P. Falcon gasps in horror. Please, Your Grace, this must be a misunderstanding. No knight to the east would dream of betraying their king so cruelly. I would not! How should the council deal with the knights turned spies? Execute the treacherous knights. Execute them and con P. Falcon for causing all this. Put them in prison. Oh my god. I could so make it so it's either A or B. I could totally kill out C. Oh my god. Raising your own defiance allows you to rebel against me. Like, if your defiance is higher than my stability and authority combined, then you can rebel. Chevy. What has Falcon ever done to you? Okay. +1 stability if more than 50% of the nobles vote for any one option. What is it? What's confusing, Brittle? Rebelling is basically a quick way to win. Well, not really quick, but it's a... Let's see here, does it say who? It just says lower defiance, it doesn't say whose. I'm guessing it's going to be the counts. Their defiance is going to go down. Because I've taken those people that are being dicks and gotten rid of them. Alright. Wow. And stability goes up too. Voting is closed. Execute the traitorous knights. Treacherous. Stability is now civil. Authority is now commanding. You have the Knights of the Gossamer Shield beheaded at dawn the following day. Peasants of the capital flock to watch, screaming in excited horror each time the axe falls. The counts are very quiet indeed for the next few weeks. You're sure they aren't happy, but they don't dare speak against you openly after your display of strength. You are now insolent. We need to build another prison! Alright, that's the season. Let's see where we sit. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lady Patricia Brittle Lizard has invited her closest confidants aboard her yacht. The kingdom's fine. No one's calling for the king's advisors to resign. We need to step it up. More chaos. More panic. Then we can swoop in and offer the king an olive branch. Indeed, and if he doesn't want to take it, we'll smack him with it until he gives in. Yeah, sounds like you guys. The patrician's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Discontent on the rise back in the east. Yeah, you guys gotta... Oh, wait, could go too rough. Oh, you guys did it! And utterly incompetent, too. I'm not only greedy, but utterly incompetent. Oh, no, for the stage of the scheme, the cast must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Okay, so you and the green guys have the same goal of lowering, stability. Robert Aldridge could tweak the laws. Okay, so after voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. Reverse voting anonymous. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. I'm gonna keep what we have. I like what we got. I'm okay with that. Ooh, royal wedding, beached whale, costly crossbows. Let's do costly crossbows. We'll do the wedding last. As you're walking beside the palace parade grounds, a crossbolt whizzes past your head and shatters against the wall behind you. Baron Zemsey approaches, out of breath and waving frantically. He has a sleek, fancy-looking crossbow nestled in one hand. Great God, your majesty, I nearly took your head off! What in the 7 hells are you doing with that? Yes, I like that one. Sorry to scare you, I just want to show you this crossbow. Can shoot 3 bolts a minute and punch through his Ashmedian armor at 500 yards. Beautiful, isn't she? 3 bolts a minute. Trouble is, to achieve such accuracy and power, she needs to be crafted from springwood. It grows only in the forests of the coast, and those coastal bastards charge exorbitantly for it. That's the free market, I suppose. Ha! If this is what the free market looks like, let's put it in chains, that's what I say. The barons of the march are guarding your borders, your majesty, yet we can't afford to buy the weapons we need. If we want to keep the kingdom safe, the patricians must stop price gouging. You're Stephen Hannes, this is outrageous. These barons just want a bargain. Okay, put a price cap on the sale of Springwood, which would make people like lower and raise defiance. Trade would go down for the patricians. personal wealth would go down, and then military would go up for the barons, is what I'm guessing. Order the patricians to send Springwood to the barons for free. They lose 300. Refuse to limit the free market. Plant a Springwood Grove in the March. I am going to... I'm gonna vote. I will plant a tree. I wish if you hovered over it would tell you, like, what stats were affected how. Damn! Voting is closed. I refuse to limit the free market. I gave into peer pressure! Oh! They're now aloof towards me. God dang it. Before it comes screaming at the border, I'll lay out a welcome mat. Over the next few months, the patricians continue to ratchet up Springwood prices. Only the wealthiest barons can afford the finest crossbows, and the marcher armies are forced to make do with subpar equipment. So, some barons have lost some wealth. The military went down, and trade is now opulent. Oh my god. I should have vetoed that one. Alright, next up is Beached Whale. Opulence. Your August Majesty, a great big whale washed up on the coast, right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up out of the sand and begged me for an audience with the king. I've always wanted to meet one of the denizens of the sea. Our hopes are fulfilled when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. Yes! Oh my... Oh no, he's hot. He said frog face. I'm expecting like a big kind of tubby little cute rotund guy. No, it's this fucking Adonis of the sea. Jesus. All right. Hello, Your Majesty. No. Hello, Your Majesty. Like, what the fuck? Are you gonna tag some people who let you meet a frog man? Brittle, no! Your Majesty, you must not allow Lady Patrician Honeynut Femios to kill Visku. Visku was a wise and gentle whale, a great friend of the Finfolk. In what way is this whale your friend? She keeps the sharks away, banishes our gloom with her beautiful songs, and provides us with her bounteous milk. Aw, ew, I regret it. Please, return her to the waters where she was born. Or, and hear me out, Your Serene Highness, we could strip down the whale to its component parts and make a fortune. Who cares what these fish-faced fools think? Lady Patrician Honeynut Femios can slaughter and harvest the whale. Return the whale to the Finfolk. That whale will make a fine trophy in the king's throne room. Okay, now remember, barons, you want farming to go down. I can already do this, so, I am going to remove one choice, so it's only between the two of these. Now, barons, you want your farming to go below 14 total combined. Right now it's at 16. I fucking love that rather than win, you guys are like, no! Curiously hot fishman! Ah! Standards, we all have them. Okay. Voting is closed. I love how Honeynut voted to return it, but is also the one complaining about not getting the blubber. I don't care, return to the sea. By the ninth, I can't believe this. How can you take the fisherman's side over your own citizens? They're not mutinous, oh no. Thank you, your majesty. The Finfolk owe you a great debt. Using a crane and a team of oxen, the great whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean, where it splashes its tail and sprays water in apparent gratitude. From that point on, the coastal fishermen report that their catches have nearly doubled. The grateful Finfolk literally herd fish towards their nets. You guys got +3 to farming. Holy shit. Now, time for a wedding. Fishitarian. Your wedding to Yvette is, naturally, the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bernard's Cathedral with Yvette at your side. I changed my mind, I can't do this! Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance, and at the feast, your new wife, Yvette, delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. So, the kingdom is now steady, my authority is imperious. The coast is less agree, or is now, they're like a little less defiant. The east is grumbling, and the march is now cordial. By the time you find yourself alone with Yvette, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. Ah, this is the royal bedroom, is it? I thought it would be bigger. My bedchamber back home is much better appointed than this. Let's focus on the positive, shall we? Oh, whoops, I seem to have dropped my magnum condom for my monster dong. Excuse me. Oh, don't worry, I always make the best of things. It can be tough being as gracious as I am. I mean, really? The kingly staff! Chevy! You know what? I think that makes me feel worse than any other comment. Just Chevy, just the disappointment. She's like the kind lesbian mom that like lives in the forest. When you disappoint her, you disappoint every lesbian that's ever lived. Sex and emphasis. I am not mad, I'm disappointed. Yeah, exactly! Being as gracious as I am. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Up to the altar. What did you think when you saw me? Up to you. Tell me something you're passionate about. It's just as disappointing. What are your thoughts on the state? Yo, this makes for great pillow talk. So, baby, how do you feel about the political climate? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. I hate you so much. I can't breathe. You've had immediately changed the topic to talk about something she is more interested in. Well, I'm a champion fighter. Never been beaten in hand-to-hand combat. Each of the fingers has a kill count, actually. Each of my fingers. Oh god, I've married another twin! That is so interesting. Like, oh my god. Isn't it? It is, isn't it? Anyway, to continue on the subject. You gently fall asleep to the sound of Yvette droning on about herself. He's the fucking worst, I swear. Okay, Your Majesty, they're sort of saying they have a right to your throne. Okay, so you guys are on the second. I have no heir yet. You guys are on trying to complete your second. And you guys are still trying to complete your first. Okay, so we have... Ooh, missing nobles. My liege, a number of barons have gone missing in the east. They traveled to Countess Chevy to the Levy's castle to negotiate a trade agreement, but they should have returned weeks ago. Chevy's purple, right? Yeah, oh my gosh. The missing bears never made it to my lands. They most likely got lost. The East is a dangerous place. Who's gone missing? Anyone I care about! Oh my god, I'm cute. Chevy! Where could they have gone? Just north of my estate lies the Mold Platter Forest. To the west, the Twilight Lakeland. And to the south, Ilarian's Haunt. I like to live remotely. Does what... No, you fucking can't. It's so true! I mean, it wasn't even my randomly assigned role. Holy fuck. You know, oh my god. Oh, I'm saving. That is hilarious. Who's gone missing? Anyone I care about? 3 barons are missing. Baron Zemsey, Baroness Phoenix Astra. Oh no! I'm certain there's some kind of ploy by Countess Chevy to the Levy. In a few months' time, she'll quietly offer us a ransom. Blood and stars, don't be so foolish. We'll find them. We just have to decide where to focus our efforts. Okay, so where you guys want it? So the Mold Powder Forest, the Twilight Lakeland, Ilarian's Haunt, nowhere. Countess Chevy to the Levy will instead be executed for abducting them. Oh no! Oh no! There's eating organic food on my farm, I promise. Chevy, did you abduct us? Okay, I'm gonna go, since there's 2 that want stability, I'm gonna do stability ones. So let's see where we end up. And I'm gonna get something to drink real quick while that vote's going on. Okay. You don't know out the game, yeah. I imagine it would just be for, like, flavor. Oh, shit! It's a tie! It's just character building work, I promise. Oh my god, I get to choose whether or not to kill Chevy. I could never do that! Or could I do it? I wish you could see my face right now. I know 100% that Chevy is not innocent. My son will avenge me. I'll be nice. A detachment of elite trackers are sent over the vast lakeland to search for Wrath of Wood and the other barons. But they turn up nothing. Nothing to do with the missing nobles, anyway. Your Majesty, you will never guess what I found. It's not Baron Wrath of the Wood, but it's just as exciting, perhaps more. It's the fabled Melancholy Lake, the very same one in which Queen Sashara drowned herself after her sons were murdered. How exquisitely cultural. Chevy. Aye, how wonderful. I'm so happy for you. Oh no, they're aloof again. What? Baron Rutherwood has died. Rutherwood II has joined the council. Baron Zemsey has died. Zemsey II has joined the council. Baroness Phoenix Astra has died. Phoenix Astra II has joined the council. Oh no! good lord. Okay, so my farm is a little dangerous. Chevy, no! I can't. Guys, oh my god. I can't believe this. This is insane. What the fuck? A risky wager. Good thing you all had kids. Hold on to your masks, hats, and other accessories, everyone. Count J the Duelist is about to lose a huge amount of money. You had our life savings on a boat race across the coast, and I am sure to win the day. Wait, who's Jay with again? I can't remember. Purple, okay, yes, sorry. Sure, so sure in fact that I petition the council to officially sponsor my voyage. Okay, what makes you so sure? Guest below, your serene highness. I'm a patrician. We practically learned to sail before we can walk. She's talking rubbish, your majesty. My nimble strug will easily beat Brittle Wizard's old boat, or my name's not Jay the Duelist. If you sponsor anyone, sponsor me. Ooh, which competitor should the crown eventually sponsor? Lady Patrician Brittle Wizard, Count Jay the Duelist, sponsor both nobles, decline to support anyone. We are gonna have to make a choice. Everyone's gonna have to make a choice. Brittle's boat sucks. Chevy. Oh goddamn, Dora! I think both nobles get $1,500. Wow. Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's Wrath. Wrath needs a vote if Wrath's still around. F you, Hawk. Look, I have to sow dissension amongst you all. I mean, we already know who won unless Wrath wants to toss a swing vote and then make me choose. Nope. We're sponsoring Jay. Okay. Treasury is now 1,500. Jay just went up to 1,850. Wow. Ah, the East defies it. Oh my god, they're mutinous again. Well, no one was brave in the ocean depths. Jay the Duelist's little boat is soon ready. A new flag is added bearing a huge, strangely discolored rendition of your face. Excitement builds as merchants and tourists flock to the starting town. Soon both boats embark on their journey. They look very small and flimsy against the vast ocean backdrop. Your August Majesty, I understand you elected to sponsor Count Jay the Duelist. Would you fancy a small wager, since everyone says you're sure he'll win? What sort of wager are we talking about? I'm gonna travel for you, I'm sure, Your August Majesty. Your wisdom is known by all, so naturally you'd have a great fortune. Yes, I'd love to. Oh, marvelous. Then where should we place your bet? We sponsored Jay. I feel like the patricians have a better... Dora does love to gamble. I'm gonna go with Jay. Goodness me, a brave king to bet against the patricians in a sea race. How would you like to bet? 100 gold. 100 gold it is. Excellent. You won't regret this. Return to the capital to await news of the race. Okay.
Boo tomato tomato.
I can have a little bet. Rising tempers. Oh, Hawk, I have something I need to discuss with you. Are you pregnant yet? I've been touring the grounds and speaking with your officers. A lot of wasted potential, if you ask me. Make me general of the royal army and I'll whip them into shape. You could turn the tide of war one day. No, my authority goes down. Absolutely not. You won't even give it a go? I thought we were supposed to support each other. Bah, never mind. Yvette gives you an indignant sigh before storming off. I want my authority to be up, babe. Are you pregnant yet as well? Look, I'm just trying to do my best. I'll make him mad. God. Well, she's awful. Actually, look, she's only there for 2 reasons. Alliances, baby making. Your wife hates you. Yeah, it's very historically accurate, Brittle. Okay, we're having another auction. So the aqueduct
Tomato.
will increase farming. The deer park will reduce farming. Library will increase stability. Authority from a monument. The Grand Bazaar is trade, and stability goes down with the prison. So, here we go. God, we're Brittle! How do I own a yacht? That's why you're broke. This is pretty darn fun, actually. Like, is that farming across the board? Like, everybody's goes down one? To be perfectly honest, Quarian, Honeynut was trying to get me to play this months before you. And I kept refusing. Okay, time's up. Deer Park and prison. End the season. More prisons. Fuck, I wrote. Okay. Ooh, about your heir. Your marriage to Yvette is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs for a combat drill. The last thing in your mind is procuring an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Feeling more like a life sentence than a wedding, it went about as well as could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head? That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. I plan to adopt a low-born child from the orphanage. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child laying around somewhere. No! Chevy! That's how you get that blue blood. Like, whoa, okay, slow down. You know what? I'm gonna be traditional. I'm gonna have a traditional baby in a traditional way. Or actually, you know, I should put it to a vote for you guys. Okay, loser. And we're gonna send out those announcement photos, like, you know, stuffed turkey, and the guys are like, I'm the stuffing. No! Bro, you're being recorded! Straight white people! You know, we can all see this. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. God. What is this one? It says, shady business. Your Majesty, I'm sure you'd be very concerned to hear the letter I just had from Count J the Duelist. I hope she spurns you. Oh, God. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm checking for something real quick. Hold on a second. Okay. Trying to find something here. A second here. Where is... Sorry, no. Okay, sorry. I got so distracted. Whatever he's found, he thinks he's cute. Sorry, stop gambling. He's Googling how babies are made. God damn it. Anyway, how about... No, I will speak. Jay the Duelist writes, happily, we're ahead of Lady Patricia and Bitter Lizard, but while we were making the most of our lead, I saw a coastal ship sneaking into a sheltered bay. I hate to speak ill of the patricians, but it looks very much like smugglers avoiding the capital's import fees. This is preposterous, hearsay and gossip, nothing more. Should the patricians be punished for avoiding taxes through smuggling? Levy a fine of the patricians. Punish the patricians and reward Count Jay the Duelist for alerting the treasury. The patricians are merely being innovative entrepreneurs. These smugglers are obviously skilled. Hire them for the spy master. Oh. Treasury takes a huge hit, though. But was it? Oh, you'll see. That's my vote. Why are you levying a fine on yourselves? Oh! Oh, wait! Oh, shit! No! 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 Fuck! I made a huge mistake. I think you know why. Nobody else is voting? Okay. Savage, you trust Count Jay the Duelist's word over mine? The treasurer sends her most menacing heavies to fetch the gold. Of course, the patricians grumble for weeks about the injustice, so we've got more money. The patricians' wealth has decreased. The trade is now wealthy, so you guys went down to trade, and Defiance is furious. Whereas it turns out the smugglers were in cahoots with Bitter Lizard to provide illicit supplies for her voyage. Without their help, her progress slows. The race continues onwards. You wait to hear more from the competitor. I should have bet more money. Okay, we're up. The Melancholy Lake. The lake we discovered is, beyond all doubt, the final resting place of Queen Sashara the Melancholy. She drowned herself after your ancestor, King Errol the Great, killed her sons. It's a very important cultural discovery, you understand. Pilgrims have been turned up from all over the East. A number of poems have been composed. Chevy got richer, and Faith is now skeptical. Thought you might want to get involved. Perhaps spare some of your treasury to fund some cultural events. Oh. I can't fund the construction of a new town because I don't have enough money. Excavate the lake bed and search for Queen Sashara's remains. Hold a festival and poetry competition. Leave the lake alone. I'm gonna do call for unity because my only hope now to avoid getting like taken out is to make sure stability and authority get high. Procast King. Oh no. I think we've lost some people. And I can keep... Yeah, I can hold on to that, yep. Festival of Poetry Competition! Bunny falling my lads! Oh my god. So, we need one of the red folks to vote as well, Wrath or Phoenix. I don't know if Phoenix is still around or not. Oh, Phoenix would BRB. Oh, you got your just in time, Phoenix. You're lucky I'm a benevolent king. It's a three-way tie. You know what this means, right? I get to pick. I decide now. All hail King Hawk. You know, I haven't had a single one of these go right for me. Let's see what happens. God damn it. Lack of competent e-survivors puts a brake on the operation. Damn priest, always getting in the way of a good exhumation. Ah! Ah! No! Down in the march, Baroness Phoenix Astra II is visiting the wizard Gordius in a tower of his tower of black basalt. Basalt. Lava bubbles with cracks in the stone, somehow flowing uphill. Last night as I slept, I walked through the glittering halls of the apiary. And do you know what I saw? Vast crystalline palaces, dream queens upon shimmering thrones. The hives go from strength to strength. What happened to our deal, you fool? Am I dealing with an incompetent? Please, just give me a few more months. By the 9th, I won't let you down. See that you don't. Those who waste my time quickly discover that the seven hells holds no torments like an irritated wizard. The Baron's aim is to lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less. Okay, so... You guys fucked me last time. Haha. But I could just be benevolent and there you go. You guys get a little bit of extra. There you go, guys. A little extra for you. Yeah. Yeah. I won't kill Hotfish Guy's whale. We'll keep building prisons. Reward your marchers. I am just gonna do a normal tax. 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Oh, that's a trade bonus. All right. Okay. A clairvoyant visit. Your Highness, Count Peafalcon has been having prophetic dreams. It's true. I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. Give me a prophecy then. I look to the future and it speaks through me. No more, no less. For one thing, Lady Patrician Dora Catboo should be aware of onion soup. And the color red will bring bad fortune to Baron Zemsi II. But that's my favorite color! Please, Your Highness, have them foretell the future for the council. We would gain insight into great mysteries. Alright, just this once, begin the visions. Throw this charlatan into the dungeon, or make Falcon an official council advisor. Ooh. You know what? Let's make it interesting. Will you go to waste? Chevy, no! Damn you, Hawk! I haven't won a single chance thing. I want to see what happens when you actually win one. Like, come on. Oh, just let's begin the visions. The vision. The vision. Yes, the visions, yes. Curtain is closed. Spreads a dark velvet cloth onto the floor, sits cross-legged, and closes their eyes. After a moment's silence, they gasp. It succeeded! Most pleasing, Your Majesty. Something wonderful beyond the veil. Let me gather myself, so I may understand what lies ahead. Peace and prosperity, Your Grace. I see joy spreading throughout the land. Treat good fortune with wisdom, Your Highness, for luck can disappear like ashes in a storm. Chevy lost some money. Falcon got some money. What's the amount? You think they spot a couple of coins changing hands, but you can't be sure. Sure enough, the Chancellor soon reports that a new tax treaty with Ashmaid puts the kingdom in a great advantage. P. Falcon must have known what they were talking about. Stability is now steady. Nice. Nice. I'll save mutiny for last. Tithe trouble. Yes, I've come to submit a complaint about the counts of the East. Lately, they've been neglecting their tithes. I'm not a debt collector. Who do you think the common folk will blame if the church starts failing? Me? No, Your Highness. They'll blame you alone. Especially if I tell my priest to spread word that you refuse to help a holy man in need. Go away, you irritating old fart! It's almost worth... Yeah, shoo him. It's like an alien smiling. Oh my god. Fuck. I'll stop every... Okay. Alright, well. Have a good night, everybody. You went too far! Just for the lulz. I don't care. Fuck it for the lulz. I'd have been so... You'll regret your words and your deeds. I'll see to it personally. Goodbye! Oh, the East has left defiance. Hey, the East liked that. Damn! The Archbishop soon proves the truth of his words. Throughout the kingdom, priests preach to their flocks that the king is a baby kicker and devil worshipper. The gullible peasants lap it up. Oh my god. Wait, I lost... Oh shit, I lost ability and... Oh no. Oh no, this was... Maybe that wasn't the right call. Hawk kicks babies. Chevy. Demand to do so with boat race, Your Steam Highness. Lady Patricia Badrose sent a letter telling me everything. He begged for aid. My crew has turned against me. They're saying I'm working them too hard and there's no hope of winning anyway. Now they demand higher pay. They're threatening to throw me overboard. I beg for help. Every minute we argue, we lose time against Jay the Duelist. Just below, we must step in. These sailors can't be allowed to disrupt the race like this. Absolutely not. If Brittle Lizard couldn't control her own crew, that's her fault, and she doesn't deserve to win. That's already hurt her chances of winning. Why should she be punished further? Okay. Send coastal troops to make them fall into line. The Patricia can send funds to pay off the mutineers. Let the mutiny resolve itself. That's my vote. Put another person. God, Falcon. Oh. I hate my character at this point. It's okay. It would have been a three-way tie, and I would have picked this one anyway, to be perfectly honest. You're okay, Phoenix. Don't worry about it. No, it failed! Coastal mercenaries quickly descend on the situation, but they're not prepared for the fury of the sailors. Several are thrown overboard. The rest slink away and the sailors rejoice, while Brittle Lizard is forced to promise the higher wages they wanted. Oh no. Oh, Brittle Lizard is broke! Broke! Still, she remains behind Jay the Duelist, and the race is nearly over. My fucking money! How long is this game? There seems to be little cause for celebration. So again, the peasants are losing momentum. We don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Lazy good-for-nothings. Can't even get off their backsides for one measly revolt. Keep them unhappy. Don't allow the king time to stabilize. King stability to 4 or less. Swingvo, stop the count. How percent to 50 seconds? Vote automatically close when the time is over. Oh, no, we're not doing that one. No, I'm good. One or more regions is able to rebel as their defined status higher than both authority and stability. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. And multiple regions rebel and win. A vote between the two rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. Ugh. Patricians of the coast are the only ones that can do it. Oh, you don't do it, it's just telling you it could be, okay. I don't know how you do it, but... They can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. Yeah, it has to be higher than authority and stability. Not combined, but it has to be higher than the highest of those two numbers. So since there's a 7, and authority and stability are both at 6, they can rebel. I don't know how you guys rebel, but... It doesn't look like there's anything that can be done. I don't know how you actually do it. It wasn't... Okay, nothing yet. Okay. Patricians may vote to rebel by typing !rebel. There it is. Wow. Okay. Rebels next season. The uninvited guest. Council has ended early for the day, and you're off to visit your wife Yvette for a catch-up. But as you put your hand on the door handle of the chambers, you hear giggling coming from inside. Hawk! Okay, this is gonna be... fucking amazing is what it's gonna be. Okay. No, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be funny when it happens. Hawk! The king, I mean, your highness. This better not be what I think it is. How could you? We're married! What was all the giggling about? What's so funny? As you recognize the second person in the room, Ricimer, a Count of the East. He's renowned for being a heartbreaker, and you've crossed paths many times around the palace. I can see you two have a few things to talk about. He steps out of the room, leaving you and Yvette to stare each other down. I'm not mad, just disappointed! Why did I hope it was me? Chevy. Somehow I'm not surprised. You could have at least waited a few years. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It's not my fault that Ricimer's into me. Everyone is, after all. He's pretty great, though. He's a damn good duelist. Gave me a few good nicks already. That's how we met, at the sparring club. It was love at first blood. You're the queen consort. You have responsibilities. I don't care who or what wants to sleep with you. You're my wife, so act like it. Fine, go ahead. Just not in my bedroom, please. No, I'm no cuck. I'm no cuck, but we need an heir. My kids will. I suppose you're right about that. It won't do for me to cavort about like in my youth when I have so many eyes on me. I'll break the news to Ricimer. Oh, he'll be devastated. She gets up and hurries out, grabbing a handful of her discarded overclothes on the way. Bitch! The Wandering Bard. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. A song, you say? About me? Why, of course! In fact, I have the tune and verse already. I have saved the best work, but I've saved the best work for you, my king. Already. On the cards and subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Teach them to love me. No, fear me! Fear me! I will do so, Your Highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crown Lands will know of your might. Pray, I need only be a small payment of 500 gold for the time. A discounted rate for one. It's gonna give me authority. That's what I want. I'll pay you quadruple, make it worth my while. What about 1,000? Yeah, I can afford 1,000, yeah. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. She hurries out of the throne room to do your bidding. The song has a desire to... Yes! 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 Authority is now imperious. The end is near. Oh, fudge. The coastal boat race is nearly at a close. I'd hope the coast would win the day, but it appears Count J the Duelist will sail to victory. Just the king expected. Most excellent. How exciting. Truly, this race is of utmost importance. On a completely unrelated note, I have a shipment of copper that is due to intercept the racers any day now. If my ship got in the way, who knows what might happen? I dare say the race's outcome could be altered. Of course, I could be convinced to alter the shipment's route instead. Oh, Quarian. Your Grace, you must put a stop to this shameless attempt to sabotage the race. Have the counts pay for the ship to obstruct Lady Patrician Bitterlizard's path. Have Patrician pay for the ship to obstruct Jade's path. Refuse the shameless bribe. I know what I'm picking. 100%. Yeah, how dare you! This great ship in the bay, Dora. Oh my god, you guys just want your defiance up. Wow, well too bad! Refuse the shameless bribe! Voting is closed. Crew remain united, defy. Trade is now modest and defense. Oh, win up 2? Jeez. Ha! Ha! Your defiance went down! You can no longer rebel! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I think. Soon, nobles and peasants alike gather at the finish line, watching breathlessly as the winner arrives. And it's Count J the Duelist. Victory, victory for the honor of the counts. I can now have done it without a generous sponsorship from King Hawk. Yeah, I am now iron-fisted. Yes! Defiance is now loyal. Now pay up, Brittle Lizard. Petition losing a sea race is a scandal. I don't know how it happened. Thank you very much. Perhaps you'd like a rematch in a year's time? Actually not. It's time for a nice holiday to my villa to relax and a lot of wine. Yep, got my money. Delighted to bet. Congratulations, indeed. Back to the east, merchants flock to investigate. You have money sailing to Kingdom Brazil. Yeah, your guys' trade went up. Grip the kingdom. Similar bets take place as far afield as Sal and Kirith. Some successful and others ending in watery deaths. Aren't you about to pay this? Pay up with what? Okay, yeah, you guys, I think you guys can go ahead and still do the rebel. We'll see. Okay, nothing new. Your heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. This is what I was giggling over. This is what I was doing. Exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son, my daughter, my child. The assembled nobles break into polite applause. The designating of an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. My liege, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Oh, I thought I was gonna use Rasmussen because that was a thing, assigned non-binary at birth. Yeah, I'm a proactive parent. Hawk 2. Huzzah, my liege. I'm sure little Hawk 2 will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the spy master soon. How do I do that though? Where do I see what I have to do? That's the noble list. Like, authority is what I need, but how do I see Hawk 2 up? Brittle! And Chevy? God! You guys are jerks! I hope the crystal pox takes you! Alright, stop bringing bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the march. Crystal pox? What's that? A most terrible disease, Your Majesty. It begins with a rash of boils which slowly and painfully crystallize until the poor victim is sparkling like a diamond. Eventually, the sufferer becomes a crystalline statue, a painful but admittedly glamorous way to go. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion. Victims of crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they're fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewelry. If we allow the pox to spread, we can make money in the march. Bitch! By the ninth woman, that is heartless, even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want? For the march to lose money? Spread the crystal pox and harvest the gems. Don't do anything one way or the other. Quarantine the march to prevent further spread. Air up, dog, Chevy. Get dog to read the. God damn it! I did it. I fell for it. Yeah, no, this is like I already know. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm not letting you. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not letting that happen. Now, the patricians will get 300 gold if they vote B, is from what I understand. Even they aren't heartless. Wait, shit! Too late now. COVID scared us. Ah, my arm. Okay, stability went down. No, what? Trade is not poor. Some barons' wealth decreased. Blockades place roads leading in and out for a month. Coastal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow with no farmers to tend them. Marcher villages are dotted with the gleaming statues of the afflicted. But thanks to the council's quick thinking, the disease doesn't spread beyond the march's borders. Once the roads reopen, barons harvest gemstones to the quarantine dead and sell them at a tidy profit. Oh, your wealth went up again. And then, the Stone Maiden. Behold, your highness. Baron Rathod II pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Baroness Quirinian hips. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? That's not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, your highness. This is all that remains of my fellow Baroness. Oh no! It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the march. Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden! This is no laughing matter. She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Baroness Quirion Hips on her latest hunting trip. Please, your majesty, we must do something. Baroness Quirion Hips has died. Quirion Hips II has joined the council. She sounds hot. Hire a wizard to take care of this. Send an army to smash the thing to rubble. Tell everyone in the march to hide. Consult the fairy tales for a solution. Okay. I am going to say... That's my vote. Let women do crimes. Yeah, exactly. Just hide. Let her get her aggression out, then we're fine. Oh god. Consult the fairy tales. I had to provide her a stone baby. She needs her own stone heir. Vote D. D's nuts! Voting is closed. Alright, we're consulting fairy tales. You sent it for an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to the legend, Stone Maiden mourns her long-lost love, the third god. Perhaps she seeks revenge of the ninth god who drowned her lover? It's an interesting theory, but it's hardly helpful. Unfortunately, your council draws a blank on the best course of action. You only wish... No! I lost authority! So Maiden enraged and stalks the march for weeks on end, turning thousands of peasants into twisted granite figurines. You have no farming. And stability is way down. Oh my god. At long last, she retreats to her lair deep. No, god, no, no, the stability! Oh, barons, plenty of oddly realistic statues to sell. Fuck! Fuck! The king is in jeopardy, and the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. The king's in a weak enough position. He's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering, Spymaster. No more Marshal, Chancellor, or Treasurer. Marshal, Chair, Chancellor, or Treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of patricians. For the next stage of the scheme, patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Oh no. Back to the east, kid. Maybe the co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, and it seems spirits are high. Finally understand the game. We've done it again, my good friends. The peasants are in an uproar. Riots are commonplace across the kingdom. I foresee no negative consequences of this. Other than for the king, of course. How exquisite. I'm sure the king is already cowering in his palace. Who knew serfs could be so useful? Now then, only one step remains. I have 2 proposals for the plan ahead. One way or another, we will push the peasants to turn violent. Ooh, voting is open. How can the count force the peasants of the kingdom to rise up against the king? Devalue the kingdom's currency and force the peasants into poverty, lower all trade, or lower all farming. You guys had to vote. So this is counts of the East had to vote. All purple people. Okay, here's someone like nice, Brittle. Okay, you guys want to lower all farming. Well, you're pretty close to it. Okay. For a starvation crisis. Oh, jeez. Diabolical. Why, you might even call it evil. No, it's for their own good. When you think about it. Everyone will be better off with Valadina on the throne. I'll push to ensure the king soon has more than a few angry peasants on his hand. Yes, and once the fighting starts, I'll be right there, ready to step in and negotiate. Lower all regions combined farming to 12 or less. The end game. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be distracted at random. If stability, authority, or treasury hits 0, and then a final scheme passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. Down the march, stone hill, flowing uphill. Oh my god, you guys got it. You got the 14. Last night, as I slept, I walked through the glittering halls of the apiary, and do you know what I saw? Ruined palaces, cracked and faded. The thrones of the dream queens stand empty. The hives are dead and dying. Or dying. All goes according to plan. Yeah, we're gonna find out now. My thanks, Great Wizard. Now, shall we discuss how to overthrow this troublesome king? Curse him with a fate worse than death. Goal, raise trade. Send him far away so he can never return. Goal, raise stability. I mean, trade's already kind of high. It's already at 17. Brittle, I'm green. Oh, green. Sorry, your goal is to lower authority to 4 or less. Sorry. Okay, far, far away. That could be done. I'll steal the king away through the apiary, where distance works differently. But the apiary is a land of dreams, and at times of turbulence and nightmares. It must be peaceful if I'm to navigate it very far. Maybe I'll make sure the king's as peaceful as a sleeping lamb, and everyone's dreaming pleasant dreams. Must raise stability to at least 6. Oh my god, for the final stage. No. No! No! Okay, Grand Bazaar, trade is 1, up +1. Library is trade stability +1 for the barons. Counts, you have farming -1, and observatory faith -1, so you probably want the farming one. And patricians, cathedral faith and authority, so you want the authority. Okay, so it's pretty simple to show what you guys want. Okay, here's how it's gonna work. Only 2 of them will get bought. So people want less farming. Yeah, purple wants less farming. Red wants a library. Trust me. Honestly, if you each just put in like 300, or like if you have at least 300 in the vote, because the patricians don't have any money right now. They are flat broke. They cannot buy. They can't go over 200. So this guarantees B or red and purple get their buildings. That I understand it now. F won't do anything for you. It only lowers their stuff. So if you want to increase anyone else's or my authority, like authority and stability is across the board, but things that say like farming, trade, faith, all that happens to your specific color. But you all like theaters. Unless you want to lower my authority, in which case you could vote F, which will lower my authority. And make it easier for others to, you know, defy. Oh shit, I have to. I'm like, why aren't you guys voting? Like, what the hell? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Brittle. Yeah, well, it guarantees you're gonna get it now. Phoenix just gave all their money. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I don't think that theater's getting built. Yeah, greed is poor, so yeah, that... He's like, all my money! I want a library! Alright, yep, there we go. Okay, a prediction, your ambition, petty vengeance. Okay, your ambition, yes. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest king who ever lived. You're track to achieve that aim. Well done, your majesty. Yep, there goes defiance went down, yes. But to shut down your noble scheming for good, we need to build on their reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. On the other hand, your majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the ninth god, the church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Okay? Crush all those plotting against you with an iron fist, authority, and military. Or get elevated by the church to the status of a living saint, authority, and faith. I don't have faith, though. That's what I don't understand. Like, what faith? Is it off of the people's faith? You know, you know, this is me being apologetic for calling him an old fart. I think authority and faith is what I'm going to want, because military, like, I mean... That's just 12, and that's 14. Yeah, I'm going to go authority and... Authority in military, actually, is going to be higher. Yeah. Yeah. A wise decision, your majesty. I'll be putting together my plans. But of course, it won't be easy. Your priority is to raise your authority and the kingdom's overall military. How do I... Oh, overall military. As much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Oh, Jesus. So how do I know what I need to win? Like, I can hover over their stuff, but I can't hover over mine to figure out what I need to do. Anyway, petty vengeance. Yeah, you have. See? And these two are, like, really going for it. Oh my god. Raise and lower all the farming. Oh no, stability! Highness, I regret to inform you that a group of eastern peasants taking up arms are planning to rebel against your rule. And the weird meme, yeah. It's work of Count Ricimer. As for the reason why, I couldn't possibly get... Oh god. Her expression tells you that she absolutely could, and has made a few guesses, but no matter. Yeah, Chevy, you guys are at 0. You're never gonna raise up against me. That's right. We counts had no part in this. Send troops to these troublemakers, lower stability. Write a strongly worded letter ordering the rabble rousers to disperse, up authority, and let the counts deal with it, which puts everyone's up in defiance. So I am... That's my vote. So lower stability, higher authority, or everyone's defiance up. Oh no. Oh no! That's everybody. Oh, I guess the way I gotta wait for the end. Oh god, the defiance. These are the Count Chevy the Levy and her associate. You have faith they'll find a swift resolution to this petty treason. Your spy master pulls you aside. And how should we deal with this pesky Ricimer? Turn the counts against him. Just hire an assassin already. Arrest him, or I'll turn the other cheek for now. I ain't no cuck. That's kill him. It's gonna cost 1,500 for the treasury, but I like. Wait, Red wants stability up to 6. Yeah, I'm hiring it. You spare no expense in showing Count Ricimer the full depths of your ire. Your spy master hires one of the Viper's children especially for this task, and Ricimer is dead by the end of the week. I'm iron-fisted. Teach those horrible nobles to think twice before seducing your very own wife. The prediction. Your Grace, excellent news from beyond the sky. As your Grace knows, I'm an amateur astronomer. I've seen that a solar eclipse is on its way, visible from the east, which has occurred the kingdom together beneath the dark sun and experienced this once-in-a-lifetime event. Gadzooks, no. An eclipse is a warning from the ninth god, a sign that the kingdom has fallen to shadow. Hold on a second. I just felt something weird on my elbow. The damaged one. I think it's scar tissue. Yes. Wonderful. Sorry. All the nobles start talking at once. Some are excited, some horrified, but all are very loud. Focus on holy protection against this eclipse. Up face and lower defiance. Encourage visitors to the east to witness the events. Up defiance, up trade, lower faith. These sun-obsessed fools should focus on their land, not the sky. Up defiance, up farming. Start your vote, everyone! Yeah, raising farming goes against what purple wants. Wait, Chevy, oh no! Wait, Chevy's a farmer. This one increases farming. Oh shit. It's closed. Defense, yeah, you guys are, yeah, and East farming is now bountiful. Oh no. End the season, okay. You know what? I'm feeling ballsy. Give me your money, bitches! Actually, no, I'm feeling ballsy, but I'm also feeling generous to the patricians. Fuck it! You all got enough money? I can do it! I can do it! No, we need money for far. Ooh, ambition. Food riots? What? Oh, because they have no farming. Actually, the famine in the march grows worse by the day. Riots are breaking out in all the major townships, from Klenberg to Zerbamar. Starving Mars are pillaging bakeries, granaries, and merchant houses. What are we to do? Send in the army to control the riots. Import mass amounts of food from Tallinn and Kurth. Order grain supplies to be diverted from the east, and the Baron should buy surplus grain from the counts. Yeah, the counts don't have any. Let's go! Yes, the little symbol is like it's purple and you want it to go down. You want it to be 12 or less across all three areas. So you need to make it go lower by 2. Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? Or is it Caroline? But either way, welcome. How you doing tonight? Keep plainly following orders. You dare take our goods from us without compensation? We had a very valuable trade deal in place. We planned to sell that grain to Saul for a steep profit. Now it's fallen through and I'm already paid for the cargo space. Oh, Jesus. Jay lost a lot of money. Oh, shut up, Blackwood. My people are starving. Miss quantity of surplus, the grain are diverted from the east of the march, and once the peasants are bred again, the riots cease. That's enough to tide them over until the next harvest. Blackwood. Okay, now it's at... Oh, geez, it's at 18 now. Whoops. A magical request. A wizard calling herself Pestia. Oh. Caroline, thank you so much for that follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the realm of the feathered dead. So, Pessia, keep sending these dreadful letters. They smell horrible and dissolve into cockroaches as soon as they're read. She demands access to the east on the day of the eclipse. She will use the power of the darkened sun for some special magic. But wizards are trouble. Pay the counts to host Pestia. Let Pestia do whatever she wants. Force Pestia to pay for the privilege by using the eclipse's power. Yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. Whew, excuse me. Caroline, if you do join, exclamation join space, and then whichever pronouns you like, he, she, or they, then you will actually join one of the houses. Then you can actually vote and stuff. Who was on your guys' team? I can't remember. Oh, Brittle, right. Lord Chester would succeed. What? It failed? May she pay her dues. You hear nothing, the counts hear nothing. Some peasants report the faint buzzing of flies at the edge of their hearing, but that couldn't be related, could it? Meanwhile, the eclipse approaches. Oh no. Ambition, tyranny. So this is an ambition one. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I like how you've done with the place. Lots of chains and spikes. Is that a working Iron Maiden? I oiled the hinges myself. Very good. A master artificer looks after his tools. But that's nothing. You pull a lever in the throne and a trapdoor opens just to the marshal's left. Beneath it is a pit of writhing snakes. All deadly, of course. Ha! Classic. Let them try to vote against you now. She composes herself. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. Listen to the marshal's report. Oh no. Yes! The troops are looking good, Your Majesty. The marcher's soldiers are antsy and eager for blood. Now the key is to make sure the armies are loyal to us, not to their region. Easier said than done, of course. I need to speak to the ordinary soldiers. Grease some palms, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. But at the end of the day, Your Majesty, it'll come down to how much they respect you. This evening, she rides out to meet with the kingdom soldiers and get the lay of the land. Wait for her to return. When she returns, the marshal punches you in the arm so hard you almost puke. Is that good? Was that a happy punch? The troops are with us. They're fed up with the council passing all these namby-pamby so-called laws. It's time for an iron fist to punch this kingdom back into shape. Yep, there you are. You are part of the counts. The purples. It may not matter because I think I just won the game. But thanks for joining, Caroline. Over the next few weeks, soldiers across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the king. The nobles begged for a council session to discuss the crisis, but you put them off, blaming the renovation of the council hall. Of course, there's one person you can't avoid. Your wife. Ha! By the 9th, I won't be pleased if you crush my people underfoot with this harebrained plan. They're not your people anymore. I won't hurt anyone, it's just to make a point. I won't harm anyone unless they stand against me. If they wanted me to leave them alone, they shouldn't have schemed against me. Yeah, I won't harm anyone unless they stand against me, yes. She gives you a cold look. Bitch, go fuck another count. What makes you think I trust you on that, Hawk, after everything that's happened? She walks out without another word. Ah well, she'll learn. They'll all learn! At long last, after you're sure the armies of the kingdom are in the palm of your hand, you allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the city watch. Your honor guard flanks you on the other side, ready for anything. Good thing this isn't a dating sim. The nobles file in one by one. Is that an Iron Maiden? Carolyn, right off the bat. Most of them are looking nervous, but Baron Zemsky II just looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous, my liege. Unforgivable. Delaying the council session, secret meetings with our soldiers, violating the fuel contract. My top officers have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Why am I not fuming? I like me. Yeah, it's cool. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. No, scratch that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. Pull your newly installed lever! Have Baron Zemsy II thrown into your deepest dungeon. Deal with this with intimidation, not violence. Wrong! Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! Vote A. This is my choice, actually. I'm doing intimidation. I have to. I've worked so hard to be this. You inform Baron Zemsy II that any more of this kind of talk will be met with cold steel. Your marcher veterans back up your words, drawing their swords. Great God, Your Majesty! How dare you threaten me? It's over. Stand down. No one wants blood spilled today. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if I have to. Ooh, wrong way. Yeah. No one wants blood spilled today. The marshal shrugs but says nothing. Great God. Damn you! Fine, go ahead. Just know that this kingdom will remember you as a tyrant. A tyrant who didn't kill when he didn't have to. Is that a tyrant or just a really firm hand? There's a moment of silence. Your Majesty, I'm sure we're all delighted to be here. Your authority is now tyrannical! Right, you lot? I don't think we need any more votes, do we? The king can take over from here. Of course, Marshal. I don't care. Yeah, he showed up just to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. You don't need to scare them, Marshal. She wouldn't do anything so disrespectful as rolling her eyes, but she folds her arms huffily. As you say, Your Majesty. As the nobles shuffle out with their tails between their legs, he let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe it as an evil cackle. But those people would be dissidents, and you deal with them harshly. Without the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip on the kingdom will secure an excellent future for little Hawk II when the time comes. Your reign of terror is here, but your future has only just begun. Oh, I was so sure that I was gonna lose this. The attempt to woo Gortys to the Marcher cause was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard, bored of these mortal quabbles, burned Baroness Phoenix asteroids to a crisp with one well-placed fireball. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the Count's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of common folk. The patrician's attempt to replace King's advisor never panned out. One night, Lady Patrician Brittlelizard awoke to find a smiling Spay master holding a knife to her throat and kindly asking her to desist. King Hawk's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years. The council couldn't defy him, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone but the king, who seemed to enjoy himself immensely, especially when spikes and thumbscrews were involved. Oh no! King Hawk, the absolutist! Oh my god. Wealthiest noble was Wrath. The poorest noble was Brittle. Oh god, this was... Good lord, I can't... Yeah, we went the evil one. Holy crap. Oh, you completed games will create new saves or continue the story every time. I could be like Hawks the Second. I'm gonna actually... I hate to admit it, but that was actually a lot of fun. That... that was... I dare say I like that more because I went for a total totalitarian rule. I was iron-fisted. I was a mean guy at the end. Yes, it is, Phoenix. It really is. So it's Hawk 2, and you know that, Chevy. I hate you so much. Yeah, Honeynut has been trying to get me to play this for the longest time, and I don't know, when I first saw it, I was really just kind of not into it. I was like, eh.
Peggy 12.
I mean, like, okay. Like, I didn't understand how it was a party game. I didn't know how it could be, like, fun to play. And I take all that back 100%. This is one of those things you have to experience, and it's way, way more fun with a lot of people going. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, it was hard to get into it, but once we kind of got the hang of it, that's when it got really, really super fun. So.